Thank you very much for watching us wherever you happen to be, here in conversation with Senator David Leyonhjelm, with Gary Hardgrave, with Fiona Scott and with Darren Barnett, as the director is going, come on Paul, not that fast, but anyway. Let's get into some other things here, including, look, as we all know, Hillary Clinton is still on the sook, and she is about to release a book, How Dr. Seuss of Me, but anyway, and it was released, the audio version of it was released to a breakfast TV show in the United States that hates Donald Trump, all very hysterical. Anyway, two bits I want to show you here. The first grab of her is a very sort of generic thing about the campaign, and then she's trying to pretend that the guy who previously talked about grabbing women on the pussy was breathing down her neck, you know, like she was sort of being abused as well. This Sheila's nuts. But anyway, here's how it's reported in the US.
No matter where I walked, he followed me closely, staring at me, making faces.
It was the second presidential debate, and in Hillary Clinton's telling of the story, Donald Trump loomed behind her, breathing down her neck.
My skin crawled. It was one of those moments where you wish you could hit pause and ask everyone watching, well, what would you do? Do you stay calm, keep smiling, and carry on as if he weren't repeatedly invading your space? Or do you turn, look him in the eye, and say loudly and clearly, back up, you creep, get away from me?
Clinton has second thoughts about not choosing option B.
Maybe I have overlearned the lesson of staying calm, biting my tongue, digging my fingernails into a clenched fist, smiling all the while.
The full excerpts is all about that, you know, throughout her career, many men have done this to her, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for reminding us, Hillary, why you are not President of the United States. The sort of robotic, blaming everyone else. You know, why didn't you campaign in Wisconsin? Well, you had everyone. You had the money, you had the media, but you didn't go and put the time in with the places you took for granted that you thought were going to win. But also, what is really instructive that nobody seems to have noticed out of that conversation about it was a real pause moment, and I was going to ask everyone, what would you do? Well, you get no do-overs in life. What she did was not call him out. What she did was not have a go, not swing at him, because she was in front of the polls, she had the media, she thought the whole thing was going to happen. It also came at the time when, you know, the former Clinton accusers were sitting in the front row, all the rest of it here. But look, it's two excerpts from a book that will no doubt be dripping in revisionism. But Darren, this idea about he's a creep and he was stalking me on stage, I always think that that particular thing has been so grossly overblown. TV sets look bigger on television than they are in reality, and he was not breathing down her neck.
I've got no doubt that if she thought there was a political advantage in calling him out, she would have called him out.
Correct.
And I think she is such a calculated politician, and most top-line politicians are. I'm not isolating her for that character trait, but I think she's smart enough where if she could have made it about him, she would have, but she considered that it wasn't worth giving him that oxygen because he would have campaigned on her response. So,
but also, I mean,
but the idea that he was breathing down her neck, look, that's just.
But then everyone's running this, and then you know, I wish I remembered to show you the clip. Then the conversation after they showed it was, oh, you know, there are many women that have been in these situations. Like, come on, like you can't be one and the other. You can't be the Democratic nominee for president and also be a victim at the same time. If you thought you could knock this bloke's lights out, you would have done it, right?
Yeah. She has a strange idea of what happened in the past. She has a history of not getting it right, quite frankly. Do you remember the Sarajevo thing? Oh, we were ducking bullets. I remember we were ducking bullets. There were no bullets to be found there. It was all made up. It was all a load of garbage. So I think she, you know, rewrites history in her head and then believes it's the truth.
Yeah, correct.
And yeah, I think at the very least, if Trump's a creep, she's equally creepy.